Let's see here. Let's see if it's working. Not yet. Connect streaming software to go live. I think I might have done that already. I feel like I've done that. Edit my stream title and description. Nah, it's okay. View my live stream from a web browser. Ooh, let's get echoey. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, let's get echoey. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so quiet. Let me turn these up a little bit. All right, I'm not letting that. Oh no. All right. I'll have that open on this side. Is that? Yeah, I'll have that open on this side. Why not? We'll make my we'll push my internet to its limits, shall we? All right. Let me shuffle that good old current favorites. Oh, all right. Already starting out with a banger. It should be pretty quiet on this side. Just to make sure, I'll pause for a second and unmute. Wow, it's very quiet. I'll remute the stream. Play this for a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah. Nice. Okay, and now we'll listen to that for a second more. Play this for a little bit more. Perfect timing. Oh, that's perfect. Dang, this is gonna be super chill. I'm already liking this. Okay. So here's what we're dealing with, right? We got some problems to solve. Gotta love problem solving. This originally, when I first wrote it, isn't bad, right? And you can see where I've done a couple things here, lots of changes. Well, I guess you can't really see the changes as you didn't see it before, but I recently tried to rewrite this thing. Here's what I had. I had a bunch of little guys. You see these little things, these little cells, right? And they had those little things in there called organelles. These big old green things are trees, and these little red things are like little fruits, you know? And you see the problem I was having is when you start cranking the numbers, and I was trying to multi-thread the application to make it run quicker even with this many. And it's fine, but I didn't write the program multi-threaded to begin with, which was the problem. And with all that in mind, with multi-threading in mind, I realized there's a lot I could have changed to really up the efficiency of the program. So for that very reason, I'm deprecating the whole thing. Refactor, rename, natural selection, deprecated. We're going to save it, though. You never delete anything, guys. Always archive things. We're going to make a new Java project. We're starting this from scratch, boys and girls that don't exist. That's okay, though. You know, it's honestly the thought of maybe someone being there makes me feel great. Let me see here. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. Create a Java project. Natural selection. Pretty nice. Nothing to change here. Here we have it. JRE system library already loaded in. We're going to close that out. I'm going to kind of rescale all this a little bit. I like this outline, but I don't need it that big. I don't need the console that big right now either. You know what I do need? Source package. We're going to do source. I like doing com.main. That's my way of doing it. We make our main class with our public static void main method. Input a string array called args for arguments. And that, my friends, is the beginning of a wonderful friendship. I mean program. Got a good old testeroo. Make sure that we have the the runtime environment set up. Hello World's too easy. What's up, bitches? But not that. Something better. If you get that reference, you're a real one. Okay, so we're going to do right-click this, and we are going to run as Java application. What's up, bitches? But not that. Something better. Perfect. Boom. Take my base. Guys, this song was 2014, I think. Bangers. 2014, that's some bangers. Does this show year? I don't think it does. It's so sad. I gotta sort it. All right. So we begin with our main class. Now, here's where we want to ask some questions. Here we want to ask, do we want to make our threads? Do we want to make the main class the main thread, or do we want to have like a separate classes for each thread? Do we want to separate functionality between classes? Or do we make a thread with a thread type inputted, like an enumerator that you go through, and then the main class will do different things based on that enumerator? That way it would all have access to the same stuff on the main class, but it's also creating multiple main classes. So that's right, boys and girls. We are going to do make a new package, com.main.thread. Or do we put it into the main? Yes, everything that we have in our main class, everything that's, world info is going to be visible to everything. It's going to be public static void. So we will create thread, and we will create a new class called, let's call this, let's see, what are the kinds of threads we want to make here? I'm thinking we're going to start this off from the beginning. We're going to have to create, first and foremost, painter thread. So this is going to be everything that handles, this thread is going to handle the panel. Everything that the panel does, all the painting. Speaking of which, we are going to do com.main.window. And we're going to create new class called panel, and it is going to extend jpanel. And we're going to import it and add we'll add a generated serial version ID, because look at all the fun numbers. Gotta love serializable things. Alright, so we have a panel. This painter thread is going to extend thread, of course. And we're going to input, tread, yes. No way, I predicted it. Guys, I'm too good. Interesting. It's automatically visible without importing. That is fun. Okay, so now we are going to see, now we have some questions again. You gotta consider everything at the beginning. So let's consider some things. We have tasks here, but can't we also open a window, show view? Is there notes? Do I have a note taker? I don't think I do. That's so sad. Java. Oh. Help. Cheat sheets. Cheat sheets? Oh. Okay. Let's look up note. Pad. General. markers mini-map. I don't know about that one. All right, fine. Show me what a mini-map looks like. Oh, I see. It's a mini-map. Okay. Ooh, Haley Williams. I was about to say Haley Sterling or Lindsay Williams. This is not the right filter on workings. No, wait. I want to show the to-dos, but I don't want to show them from another project. I want to show them in this one. You know what? I don't care. I'm not going to look at that anyway. Okay. Let's see. Let's stay the night with Haley Williams. You say that. Let's say. All right. The first thing we're gonna want to do is we'll create. No, before we create anything. Oh wait, no, yeah, we are going to create panel P, and we're gonna import panel from common.main.window. Okay. Already we're having an import here, and perhaps that's not the best idea. Maybe I should have all the main stuff in the main class. I like separating it into packages, so it's just easier to look at, you know. Plus, if I make anything else window related, I'll want to do that there. And on that note, we're going to create a new interface right off the gate. This is just set up something for later. It is going to be called shape. I has shape. I meaning interface. So interface has shape, but it's funny saying I has shape. It's nice. So when an object has shape, it's gonna have I believe if you try to declare an int, the integer value, it has to be final declaration, so we don't want that. But we are going to create a public int get x, public int get y. So it's going to have an x position, a y position. It is also going to have a public int get w and public int get h. Whoops, that's a j. Get jite. I don't want to know what jite means. And then we are going to get public int. Now, originally in my other project, I actually created a custom class primitives. I created one called xy. So it was an xy. It just had an x and a y. That's all it had. And it had all these different things you could do with it. And I almost want to do that again. But I don't think I'll have to. It was really useful in the beginning, but afterward it just became like I barely even remembered. So I think we'll just leave it like this. So x, y, w, h. I also want to do public dimension. Width and height of a component. Cool. What's the difference between dimension and dimension 2D then? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Get pause. And then public dimension get size. There we go. Now the only thing that can affect its... The only thing that can be changed, it can only move itself. There's no reason that we should do a set X or set Y for any of this. Which makes sense. Oh, but I can public default. Is it public default or default public? Okay, public default. Default. Here we go. So public default is going to return new dimension. And it is the new dimension, oops, is going to be this dot get x and this dot get y. And it's going to be whatever this is, and we're going to do the same thing here, but it's going to be get w and get h. Okay, not bad. Already starting off good. Okay, let's see here. I'll change us to the left monitor for a second. Ooh, crazy. Open up Discord, tell the boys. Oh. Nice. Tell the boys I be streaming. I don't want to add everybody, everyone. Telling the boys. Nice. Might as well stream to someone, you know. I'll send the link. Coding stream. All right, let's bring it back to the middle now. Ooh, Cersei. Don't mind if I do. All right. So, now that we have I has shape, and that's exactly what it is. It's a shape. I also want to return, do a public default rectangle. Wait. Yeah, there's a Java AWT rectangle. Oh wait, I should probably name it. Public default rectangle. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Return new rectangle, and it is going to be this dot get pause, and then this dot get size. Can you make a rectangle from 2 dimensions? No. So we're gonna do, well, you know what we're gonna do. This dot get x, this dot get y, and then comma, paste the others, width and height. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. So now anything that implements I has shape will have all of these functions already done. Perfect. Everything will have a location, it'll have a size, and it'll have ways to get those, various ways to get those. I could also, you could just straight up get x and y and w and h, or I could do get pause dot x or get pause dot y, which is probably what I should do. I guess why not make it all available, you know? I like that idea. Use whatever I need in any given moment. Okay. So now we have lots of things to decide. P equals new panel. Actually, we're gonna create another, we're gonna create an instance of main. Do we want to create an instance of main? We're gonna not for now. I'm gonna create an initialize, private initialize, a private void initialize. It returns nothing. P equals new panel. It's never used locally. Oh wow. Initialize. Wait, initialize. Oh, that's why you create an instance. I'm bald. Don't listen to me. Main equals new main. Easy. Main dot initialize. Look at that, because I forgot this is actually running a thing. Everything else is doing everything else. So when you make a panel, I'm gonna take care of the panel in and of itself. So all the like setting visible and whatnot. So we're gonna create. You know what? I'm not even gonna do this manually. I know, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead and copy it off of something I just made. Survival simulator, main job. Excuse me. Java survival simulator. Oh boy. Do I take this back? You know what? I'm gonna do it manually. Yeah, just like I thought of from the start. We're hard workers here. Okay, let's do this manually. This dot. We have a lot of things to go through. Well, I know set visible is something we're gonna want to do at some point. I don't even want to know what that said. I'm looking over to see what it said. No, I'm not. Actually, what's the quality of the stream? Wow, that is a fair bit of quality. You're basically seeing what I'm seeing right now. Unless you're on a phone screen, in which case you're seeing it not at all how I'm seeing it. This is a good song. Okay. This dot set sizable, is that what it's called? I guess I could set preferred size. If preferred size is null, the UI will be asked for the preferred size. Will be asked? Just ask them nicely? Let's look at resize now. Can is okay. Set size. We're gonna set size right away. It wants to get preferred size. Well, let's see what get preferred size is. Oh yeah, I should probably actually run it on a thread as well. That would be important. Let me peek at this again. Let me just take a little peek at this. Yeah, invoke later, runnable. Don't worry about that. Let's look at this for some inspiration. So we're just gonna actually. So the painter thread is gonna be the one that handles the panel. Handles the panel. In that case, interesting. In that case, we almost don't want. We don't want this at all. We don't want that at all. In fact, it'd be interesting if we could just collapse this into its own thing. We must move quickly. We don't have much time. Good song. I'm getting all the epic musical songs right now. Okay, we're gonna create. And we're gonna create this up here. We're gonna do public, static. Because I do want them to be both public and static. So they are. And final, it cannot be modified. Which of course I wouldn't want it to be. Painter thread. Painter thread. If I did, maybe I did spell it right actually. com.main.thread. We're just gonna import all of com.main.thread. Painter thread. Painter. Or I'll just call it p thread. Equals new painter thread. And it should not need anything. Oh, right. And of course, in this, we're going to want to create in case we want a constructor, I'll go ahead and do public painter thread. And so we have a constructor if we want it, but we are going to override run. Boom. Oh, whoops, I wrote override twice. It wrote override twice, rather. System dot out dot println. Wow, I just type that so slowly. Painter thread is running. So we're going to see how this looks. We're going to go into here and we're going to do pthread, whoops, pthread dot start. And that's how you start a thread, boys and girls. Painter thread is running. Cool, so now painter thread. Painter thread is going to be interesting. We want to create we're going to create a method. We're going to create a let's grab the sheep and away we go. We're going to create first off a public static boolean running equals true. So right off the gate, we are running a program. That makes sense. And then we're going to do a new public void and static. Everything on here is going to be static. Public static void. We're going to call this emerge. I'm just going to call it exit. Or kill. Program. Honestly, like kill. Main.kill. That's bad, eh? This dot running. Oh wait. Running equals false. Whoops, I put 2 equals. I'm not creating a this isn't an if then. Alright. No, I didn't just suck off my phone. What are you talking about? Okay. He is the infamous Odysseus, everyone. Be careful. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go create this down here. So we have it in the same place. So now, painter thread is running while main.running. Do I have to import main? Oh dear. That is not ideal, but we're gonna do it because we can. So while main.running, we are going to system.out.println, and we're gonna print because oh no, this is a problem. Oh no. Oh, I can see the stream lagging too. Guys, we might have made a mistake. We made a grave mistake. My computer's really good and it can send a lot of things at once. It can processor it. Okay, let's see if I can use Task Manager to kill this. There you are. Open JDK, platform binary, and task. I killed it. All right, we recovered it. We revived it. Yeah, let's never do that again. Just throwing that out there. We definitely want to. Sorry, I gotta get that out there. We definitely want to create an update rate for each thread. Now, is there any reason to have threads update at a different interval? I don't think so. I think they can all update at the same time. Like at the same, 120 frames per second is what we're gonna do. ticks, I suppose. Ticks per second. That's what we're calling it. So, with that, we're going to create... We're going to create those in main, so I can change it in the main. So public, static, final, int, tick rate. No, tick rate, because it's final. Tick rate equals, the only reason these are not getting the final naming thing is that is just because I like them like that better. I like it better, so sue me, I guess. Tick rate is 120. I think that's all we need for that. And now we create some running condition here. I don't think we do. So now we're going to see if we can create a while running. We're going to basically bind it to... Ooh, I almost want to make this in its own. We could create a myThread class, and then everything will extend myThread, and myThread will have... It'll override run, and run will run something else on loop. Like, it'll run the... but it'll only run that thing on loop according to the tick rate. I think I like that idea. I think I like it a lot, actually. We're going to do that. Pardon my scatterbrainness, but we're going to create in thread a... Whoops, that is an interface. Oh, wait. Should it be an interface? No, because it needs to be a class. No, it needs to be a class. We're going to create new... We're going to call it multi-thread. Threader. And we're going to call it... tick-bound thread. Tick-bound thread is going to override. So it's gonna. We're gonna go ahead and just copy all this real quick. Whoops, and we're going to paste it here. And obviously, we can't really have public painter thread. It has to be public tick-bound thread. And we're going to extend thread. But of course, that makes sense. While main is running, so painter thread, we're not even gonna touch that right now. Also, we're gonna do public abstract class. It is going to be an abstract class. Public tick-bound thread is going to take in... Oh, it doesn't need to take in anything like that. Public void run is going to run stuff according to the tick. So now we're going to create a default void. Abstract public void. What should we call this? Task? We could call it task. I don't have anyone to ask, which is disappointing. Maybe one day. I'm going to keep making these, so I'm making them for me. Gladys. Silence, Gladys. I'm streaming. Sorry. All right. Abstract public void. Task. We didn't really call it task. I guess it doesn't really matter. Not really. Job even? Task job. Let's open up a thesaurus, shall we? Task. Oops, not dictionary. Thesaurus, task. A burden. I see. Duty. I like that. Duty. Responsibility. Project. Bother. Calling. Calling? No, yeah, that makes sense. Gig. That seems perfect. No, let's try. Strange stint. Mission. Honest. Honest. We're gonna try. Run. Fast moving on foot. Journey. Sequence. Course. Verb. Move rapidly. Operate. Drive. Run. Carry. Control. Go. Handle. Manage. Move. Perform. Use. Work. Manage and supervise. Conduct. Operation, perhaps. Now we're gonna do. Oh, whoops. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. You saw nothing. We're gonna call it. We're just gonna leave it a task. I'm not gonna get too hung up over it. So now we gotta remember how this worked. I remember kind of how it worked. So super run, and then after super run, we're gonna create long delta time equals system.nano time, and then long delta time, and then we're going to do long current time equals system.nano time. And then I don't want to look. I'm going to figure this out myself. Long interval equals main dot tick rate divided by, so nano, how many seconds is a nanosecond? We're gonna get a decimal. Well, how many nanoseconds in a second? Well, that's not helpful. Thank you. I hope that's correct. So then if we're gonna do delta time, oh no, current time equals system.nano time. And then we're going to do if current time minus delta time. So if it went forward minus delta time. No, it's going to be the larger one. Wait, the large one minus the... We're going to try this. If current time dot delta minus delta time is equal to interval. We're going to system dot out dot print line. Perhaps. Oh, whoops. I need to put a string. Perhaps. We're going to put perhaps, and then we are going to go to this, and we're going to do pthread.start, and then we're going to thread.sleep for 500 milliseconds. We're going to surround with try and catch, and then after that, we are going to kill. I'm going to leave this song. It's a great song. Actually, it's a great song, but let's get some vibes. Yeah, this is a vibe. We're going to bring tick bound thread over here. Ooh, a bit louder of a vibe. Not that I mind. Okay. If current time minus delta time equals interval, else we are going to not do anything. I forgot. And then at the end, we set delta time equals current time. Maybe? Let's give it a shot. Let's see if I got my math right. Nothing happened. Delta time minus current time. Whoops. And maybe not equal to interval, but less than interval. More than interval. Less than interval? I seem to have this a little bit backwards. We are not going to kill. In fact, we're not going to do any of that. We are going to risk it for the biscuit boys. Okay. So nothing happened. Oh, because we're not implementing anything here. That's right. Painter thread is going to extend tick bound thread. Add unimplemented methods. Task. And we're going to call make task system.out.println. Perhaps. So then tick bound thread is actually going to just run task. It's going to run even better this dot task. Ah, I gotta run this dot task. Ooh. All right, we're gonna pump out some stuff in a few more minutes, maybe about an hour, and then I'll call it a night. So let's see what we can do in that amount of time. This is sort of my stopwatch, you know. So, how are we gonna work this? All right, let's see if this works. Now I'm scared. Now that I am really scared, we're gonna thread dot sleep we're gonna give it 2,000 milliseconds before we kill everything. Try catch, kill. Nice. Let's go. Okay. Can we do system.exit? Let's try that. Nice. It's just gonna set running to false. We're gonna do an emergency kill as well. Emergency kill. Which is just gonna call system exit. And we're gonna call it emergency kill. Okay. I don't need it on. I don't need the stop trace. That's fine. 2 seconds. It's going to be my initial thought. Current time minus delta time more than interval. Ah. Uh oh. Okay. Okay. It's gonna emergency kill. We're fine. We're fine. Right? We're fine. My initial instinct was wrong. Oh wait, no. Less than. Right? Find that inner strength, use that well of pride, fight through every pain, ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? Not this. Task manager. I guess 2,000 milliseconds is too long. Wait, I don't see it. I think it already stopped. I'll fight for us. I fight for us. Penelope. Telemachus. I'm on my way. Watch out! Yeah, no, it's not running right now on Task Manager. It has stopped. Less than interval. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay, okay. interesting. Delta time was the last time that it was. So let's say we pass delta second. Let's say we're doing 1 frame every 4 seconds. And so delta time counted second 1, and current time was second 1. And then we go up a second, and then we go up a second. And we want to wait until delta time, or until current time minus delta time? No, delta time was 1 second. Second 1. Here's what I'm going to do. We are going to not run task at all. And we are going to system.out.println. Just so I know how it's formatted, because I want to figure this out myself. System.nanotime. Then we're going to wait for the 1 second to get the next nanotime. Okay, so it was quite a bit more. So we're taking delta time, current time. We're gonna do int I, long 1, I equals system.nanotime. And then we're gonna system.out.println nanotime, and then also system.nanotime minus I. So it's that number. So we're waiting for it to be more than tick rate multiplied by that number. So you're taking current time minus delta time more than interval. So I was sort of correct, just not entirely. So let's try this. I just had to visualize it a little bit. I think mistakes might have been made again. I think I might have messed up again. I think it's very possible I messed up again. Actually, I'm gonna do a little math over here. What is 120 divided by a nanosecond? So it's 1.0000000. I don't remember what it was exactly. Divided by a big number, it's not that, but what if I took one? How many zeros is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 zeros. So a nanosecond is just a billionth of a second? I thought nano was smaller than a billionth. Interesting. We're gonna do that divided by 120. See, that might have been where I messed up big time. I'm gonna do this divided by the tick rate. And so every time current time minus delta time is more than the interval, we're gonna run task and set delta time to current time. So minus each other is not more than the interval. This should work better. Ah, yes, that was stable. That was stable. I think I did it. Okay. So now is the private public int tick. Public int tick. Each time it is not, we are going to increment tick? No. Each time we run this, it should be a 120th of a second, which means each time you do this, this dot tick. Let's increment tick plus plus. Okay. So it should be 1 Mississippi there. It should be a little less than that if we're pausing for exactly 1,000 milliseconds. But then again, I'm sure there's a little extra time here and there. Tick plus plus. And we're gonna reset tick plus plus. We're gonna reset tick plus plus. Do we reset tick plus plus or do we let it just go? No, we're gonna reset it. We're gonna do if tick is less than 120. Is less than, apologies. We want to make this less than main.tick rate. Tick plus plus, else tick equals 0. Although we did start on 1. Then it would hit 20, and then we reset to 1. 1 to 120, and then reset again. We are not going to kill this now. We're just going to pthread.start and run. Boom! That's 120 frames per second. We are going to go ahead, do a little testing here, and we're going to set the tick rate to 10. 10 frames per second. Nice. That's about 10 frames a second, it looks like. Let's do 1 frame per second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have a second clock on me, but that looks seconds enough to me. Our tick rate is 120 ticks per second. Cool. Isn't that nice, guys? Isn't that clean? So every single one will have a tick value that is bound to its to the tick rate, and it'll run this .task, which is abstract. So every time we extend it, we override that task variable. Look at that, guys. We have made a we haven't made a multi-threaded application. We have made a intuitive thread extension. I don't know if it's intuitive, but we did cool stuff. We did good stuff today, everybody. Now, painter thread is where we have some fun. Panel P. We're gonna import panel from com.main.window. Good, nice. Then we are going to, on construction, painter thread, we're going to do all of the stuff. All of the stuff. Or do we do all the stuff in panel? Oh, balls. Well, P equals new panel, obviously. Or this dot P equals new panel, because we like staying localized. Do we get a panel appear anywhere? I don't think so. We're going to set size. We're going to this dot set location as well. 0 and 0. I don't see a screen showing up anywhere, but that's okay. We are going to set size to 500, 500, and see if that works. Panel anybody? No? All right, fair enough. What is it that, is it this dot P dot add? Is it like add to or is or pack? Do I pack it? Or don't I have to add it into a frame? Isn't it a frame and not a panel? All right, guys, we're gonna peek at the old one. Natural selection deprecated, source main, panel. Oh, and there's a window as well. No wonder. This is where we get spicy. Do we really need to do that, though? Or can we just create it in panel? Because panel's going to have all the special stuff. So let's rename panel to window. Refactor, rename, window. And it is going to encompass both the panel and the window. It is going to extend a JPanel. Or does it even extend a JPanel, or does it just create one? This is ominous. Private. We're going to create private final window. No, JFrame, my bad. Frame equals new JFrame. Actually, it's not going to be final, and it's not going to be anything until we call this dot frame equals new JFrame. Okay. Still nobody around. It says 2 watching now, but I think I'm one of them, and then it always says there's 1 watching. And YouTube decided we're just never going to fix that. Frame.add this. We're going to do frame. Actually, check this out, guys. Eclipse is cool. We're going to do all that, and then we're going to do Shift-Alt-A and change this to frame. Look at that. See how cool that is? Let's see here. Look at that. Look at that little window. That cute little window. He's so cute. What a cutie. We are not going to set size or location of this. But we are going to do this dot set background to color dot, actually to new color. Let's do 20, let's do 50, 50, 50. Let's make it a little bluer though, actually. It's RGB, right? So let's do 70. So a bluish gray. Look at that. Look at that there. That's so cute. We're going to do 20, 20, 50. Oof, that's a little too blue. 30, 30, 40. A little too blue and a little too dark. Nice, but I think that's also a little too dark. So we're going to do 40, 40, 50. Almost what I'm going for. 50, 50, 60. I think the 10 difference is perfect. Yeah, that's more like it. We're going to do 55, 55, 65. What happens if I do like 555 in the red above 255? Good to know. Nice. Okay. We're going to go and skip the rest of this, even though I love it. Okay. So this is extending the JPanel so we can still call things like repaint. So with that, we're going to do graphics device GD equals graphics environment dot get local graphics environment dot get default screen device. Look at that. And then this is going to be GD dot get default configuration. I believe it is. Dot. Get bounds. I think we're gonna system dot out dot print line this just to see. Nice. XY width height. Perfect. Ooh, Discord messages. We're gonna do a little switcheroo here. So I can peep. Yo, my boy. We're gonna also scoot this around. Boom, we return. Alright. Respecting the man's privacy. Come on. Leave me alone. Okay. We're gonna do. This is gonna look messy. It's going to be quite a verbose. Oh, I hate that. Never mind. Int X, int Y, int W, int H. We're doing it like this, boys. Equals dot X dot get X. Equals dot Y. Equals not minus equals dot width equals dot height. Boom. And now we're gonna set location. We're gonna do a little math here. So we know our max bounds width and height. I'm gonna separate them a little bit because so now that's fine. I like organization, but that should be fine. Set size is going to be width minus width divided by 4, and height minus height divided by 4. This will make sure to keep it all integer-y. Nice, look at that. So if it was in the center, that's a pretty good size right there. I like that size. How do we get in the center? We pretty much just want to scoot it by half of the amount of the empty space here. So what's that going to be? It's going to be width minus width divided by 8. And then it's going to be height minus height divided by 8. Ooh, yo. Well, that didn't exactly go as I was hoping, because I did it the wrong way. It's going to be width divided by minus width divided by 2, which is just width divided by 2, and I think that's wrong. Indeed it is. I think it is just width divided by 8. I think I had the right idea with 8, but the wrong idea with the minus. Yes, sirree. That is... Wait. Is that centered? It looks centered. It looks like it should be. Okay. Let's think through this. Man. Let's think through this with a calculator, shall we? I'll bring you with me. Okay, so you have 1080 for the height. 1080 minus 1080 divided by 4, which does come out to 270. So we got 810 is the. Oh wait. Yeah, cause okay, let me make sure. Banger song, by the way. Let's make sure here. Yeah, so that would have just made it almost flush. I don't like how it's kind of off. Not bad. But could be better. Let's look up 1920 divided by 8. 240. Okay. Okay. This is centered. I think I'm just freaking myself out here. Yeah. That's fine. It's beautiful. Look at how gorgeous it is. It's amazing. We have our panel. Let me make sure that I didn't have to do anything else with the panel here. Not much. And with the window, not much. Oh yeah, the default close operation. I just wanted to remember that. So we'll go ahead and run. This dot pack. Nice. Set size to fine, resizable. We want to say false. And then default close operation. I'm just going to copy that real quick. So then set close operation. Frame dot set resizable. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't know what's going on here. I don't want that, I want false. Uh-oh, uh-oh, what's with the lag? Oh, something is running. That's why it's lagging. I don't know what was running. Frame. That's set default close operation. Oh, I think it's still ending itself. Okay, let's run this. Let's run this just to make sure this is all that'll run. Beautiful. A frame. Then we close it. Exit on close. That is problems for an entirely different project, and I am angry at you. Very angry at you, you bad boy. Okay. Boom. Excuse me. Can we change the run configuration here? Can I name it? Main 3 is in natural selection. We're going to call it natural selection. And then we're going to get the other natural selection and make sure it's called deprecated. Oh. Well, it already is. Poseidon, you know your song was mid.
Slipped through the cracks, now it feels so far. I saw you give it all that you got, but it fell apart.
Oh, we're getting some lag again.
Don't right away if you're in the dark.
Can I run it?
I'm only just a phone call away from where you are.
Let's delete this one.
I know you never asked for help, even when you
That's why I couldn't set it, because it already existed. Boom. Run.
don't have to keep it to yourself.
Boom. Okay, okay. Wonderful.
Thinking that you're broken.
Now, X and Y aren't used. That makes sense. It's just 0.
Somewhere you can hide. Wrap it
Uh-oh.
up in my
Still getting some pause here.
harder times. Maybe I
I don't want to completely set that, so we'll go back to the left, minimize everything here, and then come back to Eclipse.
let me be your hate.
Interesting. So I don't know why. Exit on close. Bean property. I like bean properties.
Let me be your haven tonight.
Can I set it to main dot kill? Uh-oh. What's up with this? Is there stuff running that's not supposed to be? I'm gonna find out. Using task manager. Oh yes. CPU is being maxed out by something, and I have a feeling it might be. Oh, look at that. Open JDK platform. Blah 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 blah. Wow, there's a lot of them.
Wanna hear your secrets and doubts and what you left behind.
Killing them all. End task, 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 end task. There we go. Now my CPU is free. Free to be how he wants to be.
Somewhere you can hide.
Yippee.
Wrap you up in
Alright, let's go ahead and hit the next song here. Can it do that? It can't do that. Int operation, interesting. Oh, I just realized what was playing, and I'm hard. I mean, anyway, I'm gonna mute for a second, blow my nose.
Of a certain God, divine intervention, someone who's not afraid to send a message. Homies? Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you
All right, we have an hour going with the stream so far. 70 minutes.
last for hours? You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred?
I would like my outcome preferred.
The fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. She can turn
Turn you to an animal that'll end up on her plate. Oh, but make you fall in love like on your 100th date. She can conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bone. She has all the ways to hurt ya when you take her on alone. Sorry, got carried away. Let's make sure paint. Is it calling the super? It is not calling the super. Do we want to call the super? I don't think we do. We are going to cast to graphics 2D G 2D equals, oops, I am gonna need this, but we're gonna do that, equals a cast from G to graphics 2D. Boom. All you need is imagination, only for a moment till you've beaten your opponent. And I call this route holy moly. Okay, P dot paint. Boom, look at that. So we're gonna constantly repaint. Then I gotta do a whole bunch of repainting stuff. What will we be painting? We'll be painting a lot of things. We'll be painting. Oof. I'm just thinking here. So, the original way I was doing it is I made an array list of all the objects. And the array list would be looped through in order to get... Oh, nice. We would loop through the array list. Mm-hmm. Loop through the array list and add each and every shape to the paint method. And then the paint method would paint each and every one of those shapes. And that's probably not good.
Wait, what?
I could always go and look at some tutorials just to see how they do it. You see, I'm pretty good at very vague, like, simple programming with Java. It's when it comes to, like, the windows and the painting and all that I get a little confused. Not confused even, but just, I forget what's there. Let's see what we can do. Draw image. Image. Interesting. Buffered image. What is an image anyway? A renderable image. I assume that's drawing an actual image, like a texture. But we want to... Yes. Okay. Okay. Ooh. It'd be interesting if we could add each one to a image and then draw the whole image. Eat shit together, we will end up differently. That could be very interesting, putting it into... Okay, what is an image? Let's find out. Image equals new image. Java AWT. Ooh, nice. Oh, great. Image is an abstract type. Okay, never mind. We're not going to worry about image. I think that is probably not the best way to do it. But it's a way to do it. The question is, we need to have a reference to every single object, obviously. And apparently we need to make sure that there's no concurrent modification of an array. And apparently while you're getting an array cannot be added to or set while it's being getted. So, and I'm sure there's something there that I'm missing that is super obvious, like, oh, like instance of or something like that, even though that's more of an if thing. It's more of a condition than it is anything. We are going to we could have every object make a call to the painter thread, or we could have the painter thread make a call to every object, get shape, which I think I added, didn't I? Did I call it get rect? Hell yeah, I did. Everything is a rectangle eventually, even the spheres. So we're going to go through everything that has that is I has shape. So I has shape. I'm trying to think through how I'm going to get every object later. Do I want to have an array list on main that is public static? I could. And that could be... See, there's a lot we could do with that. because we might as well just do a game object subclass. But I want this to only have to refer to I has shape. So what we could do, what could we do? Oh, my little hook is broken. I have to go buy more of these. Let me see if I can fix it. All right, let's think abstractly here. Or there's one guy who had a piece of advice. When it took him too long to figure something out and he kept banging his head on the wall trying to figure it out, that's when he had to stop and say, okay, I can't do this on my own. Let's see what I can find out. And that today is what we're going to do using Opera GX workspaces. We're going to go up to, we're going to crank the volume up a little louder. And I know that was a funny meme. Nice. Look at that home feed. Beautiful. Let's do Jetpack Joyride. Ah. Yes. Okay, let's look up Java game tutorial. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. That looks like he... Nice. Michael Reeves. There's just one specific one, and there's Minecraft. It only takes so long. Let's go
Hi
through
guys,
this.
this is Roy Snow. From this video,
I'm
I
not
will
going to make
start a
any
2D game
stereotype
tutorial
jokes.
in
Oops,
Java.
I just made
This
one.
is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, so
Okay,
yeah,
key
I'm
input,
happy.
sprites and animation.
Yeah, like
Interesting.
this. So you can see the program is
Okay, the mechanism.
guys,
of the game.
so we cannot resize this.
So
this
there's
means
that.
fix all the function.
The game panel.
Find a also for the actual type. So but of course
Nice. He's doing tiles. That's really cool.
dimension
This guy's doing good. I like that.
as the default. So I think it's a good idea to make this true for Java before.
Set double
and,
buffered.
if you have used the canvas to draw the screen, then you probably used the buffer strategy too. But this time we're gonna use this JPanel. This JPanel has kind of this double buffering function
This dot
as the default.
set
So
double
I think
buffered.
it's a good idea to make this true for better rendering performance.
True. I like that.
Okay, now let's go back
Cool.
to this main class. And we're gonna add this game panel to this window.
Okay. So he adds it to the window.
8 and the 5, 48, 48 tiles. I think in the game, when you do something, for example, press a button, then program, do some processing, and then stops. It just wait until you do something again, like pressing the button again. The program keeps also or you can more basic actually it's your character looks like time and stop.
There
And
it
one
is, game
special
thread.
key
We're going to be multi-threading.
generates this
So we're not going
that's
to worry too much about that.
to this net. So that's that. This run method or game.
Okay, cool. So that was just him setting up the game.
In this run method, we will create a thing. We use
Draw an
this
object on the
main
screen.
component and this graphics class. Convert to this main class, but the one thing to the-
Okay, so he's going to try it with one
and
shape
when
first.
the drawing is now, we want to move or control. So what we need to do is key handler equal, or you can also type like this, player y equal player y.
Okay,
minus
he just changes
then
the...
It's gonna be opposite.
He
so
changes
player
the
y
rectangle each
plus
time, which is kind of what we're going
player
to do.
speed. But
But he's doing it for a
So,
single
what we
rectangle.
need to do is interval equal 1, 2, 3 seconds by how much time left until the next draw time. So
Mm-hmm.
It's working. So our game loop is working beautifully, and we can move player character
Very
now.
beautifully. Good job, man.
Yeah, so this is yeah, another part. Create some.
I'm very curious. So he's gonna change everything to player. So player getting the
graphics
player
2D.
stuff.
So without this, we cannot
Player.draw. Okay.
do this
Now hold on.
update method.
He creates an entity class as well.
Okay, now we are going to create player class. So we're going to package, create a class with the character classes.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of this entity class, we create some variables. So first, public int x and y,
Right.
and also player. So
Okay,
import
player extends entity. Makes sense.
GPH and this player class.
Now ours is going to be a 0-player game.
Yeah,
Technically,
player.
you're just going to watch the cells do their thing.
Player.
Mm-hmm,
From this player.
mm-hmm.
And it makes for background 100. So and
Still
we
in
copy
player.
draw
Public
method.
void draw.
Seeing this one.
Oh.
And,
okay.
Here
That's interesting. So you
So
give
we just
everything
type
else its
player
own draw.
update. So without this, we cannot draw anything. So we receive this here. Class 2
Interesting.
adjustment. So make this
Okay.
this type and speed player cancel. So the rectangle.
So he
moving
did it
plus
again.
rights.
So he's calling
Right,
draw
left,
on
right,
it.
show that left,
Now how does he
two,
draw
Right
multiple?
1, right 2. Hi guys, this is Right Snow. So last time, and so image equal down key, pressing these
Interesting.
keys, one of these keys. So the player
Ooh, excuse me.
doesn't change.
Reading files.
Okay,
Drawing
so
tiles.
last time we loaded the character sprites and
I like that little
implemented
guy.
the simple
He's cool.
So let's draw a tile for testing. So public void get tile first put. Let's go to this game panel class and
Interesting. So you want
and
to give
now
everything its own draw?
let's go to this game panel tile and paint component draw. So we're gonna call this draw line layer. First, go back the change these x and y.
Oh, he's
and
drawing a bunch of tiles from the same thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just created the
See, that seems.
integer.
That seems.
Update
Maybe the way I was doing it
use
wasn't
a
so
text
bad.
file. It's a simple method, but also pretty sample map real quick.
I like
So
that.
we-
That's cool
And
for like
then
creating the tile stuff.
gonna- on the screen. So we play.
Ooh.
Hi guys, this is Rice Snow.
Wow,
Last
this guy's
time
doing really
we
good.
implemented game state. So we why this line is necessary. Why the classes. So since entities
Oh, so everything is given. Whoa.
Yeah,
When was the entity
to
class given this?
this entity, and
Oh,
we
just now.
get this game panel. In this entity, we are seeing this error.
So everything gets a reference to the panel and then
and the
draws?
fix is pretty simple. So we just need to pass this game panel to this entity's constructor. So
Mhm.
error instance
Right.
the class we instantly delete one.
So when you create something,
a bit slow. or 3 work
Whoa, okay.
and so this way
Cool. And I am, like,
Just
I know I'm
get
skipping through this a lot,
I
but I am, you know, committing all this.
call it from here. Looks like we
Tools in memory.
then go to PC and fast his position
Nice.
paint or
Let me see the,
yeah. Check.
let's see the end of this.
Yeah.
Final
so
result.
He stopped it.
Nice.
Yeah. So now collision is happening from both
Look at that little
directions.
guy. Okay. I think I have some ideas from this. Thank you, man. You're really cool. Go subscribe to that guy's channel, Rice Snow. RYI Snow. From what I just saw from the last bit of my stream. Underdog. Okay, let's pull this audio back down. So instead, interesting. Instead of referencing everything in the panel, we give everything the ability to reference the panel instead. Ooh. This is interesting. Well. New package. Primitives. Actually, I like doing it in non-plurals. Primitive. We're gonna create a new primitive class. Call it A for abstract. A object. A game object is what I called it before. I'm gonna go with that still. A game object implements I has shape. Implementing I has shape. Add unimplemented methods. Woof. Do we really want to do this now? Or since we already have an A game object, does it need to has a shape? Nice. I don't think it needs to has a shape. We're gonna get rid of I has shape. Boom. I has shape no longer exists, we don't need it. A game object. This is gonna be our big thing. Public abstract class A game object. Public A game object. And we're gonna do panel P. Private panel P. This dot P equals P. Haha P funny. What's wrong with this dot P equals P? It's never used, but I feel like that's not actually an issue. I think it's okay, yeah, just a little glitch. Paint G2D. Well, do we really do that now? What did he do? He did G2D. Draw. Dot dispose. Interesting. This brings some things into question. This brings a lot of things into question, actually. This brings a lot into question. I should have paid more attention to his video. I did get most of it. I swear. I forgot to catch exactly where he added that paint method. He said all the image stuff. So he still drew everything on the panel. He just did a for loop. For NPCs. Okay. So the way I did it was the way it has to be done. Supposedly. Even though I feel like that's not the case. In that very case, to make things run a little better, we are going to bring back I has shape. And I has shape is going to have all that stuff again. Public int get x, get y, get w, get h, default public int get rect. And then we're also going to do, okay, that's it. Get pause and get size. And it's going to be dimension in the rectangle. So we're bringing this back. Return new dimension. This dot get x and this dot get y. And then we're gonna do the same thing here, but with get w and get h, and then new return new rectangle. And we're gonna do the same thing again, but with both of these and both of these. So we're getting everything. And a game object is going to implement I has shape. Is that all you need? I feel like you kind of need these too. Do we have to reopen it? Like, wait. Yeah, okay. Weird. Public int get y, which means it has to have weird. It had me do the thing earlier, and I was just going to do that to speed things up. Ooh, great song. What did I miss? Abstract public int? Is that what I missed? To make them all abstract? Man, let me check this message. Fred just made a point I could get copyrighted for this music 100%. Yep, that's true. Well, at least not monetized. I'm sure there's something in here that'll get copyright struck, but eh. Whatever it is, I'll simply make a playlist of non-copyright music for these streams. That would be disappointing, but I'll do it later. What I can do, since apparently it doesn't want to help me at all, what if I just run it? Oh, okay, that's fine, apparently. Is it because it's abstract? There, how's that? Oh my goodness, there it is. Okay. I don't know what makes these abstract, but they're not gonna be anymore. Boom. All right. And now that they're not, and now that they are not, we can not unimplement, add unimplemented methods, and then we will. Okay, beautiful. Public a game object. We have a public a game object. Get x, y, w, h. And then these will all... I'm going to do the thing I swore I never would. I hate it. Whoops, I meant to do that. And then we are going to create... We're actually going to collapse those as well. Nice. I'm going to create private int x y, w, and h. There we go. And we're going to get x, y, w, and h. And since we have get x, y, w, and h, we're not going to have to make these public. They can stay private, which is glorious, though we will make them protected instead. There. All right. We have some really good bones here to work with. So the next thing is going to be creating a for loop that is going to paint every single game object on the painter thread to go ahead and create the game objects to test it. Oh yeah, love the song. Temanite, guys, I'm telling you. But yeah, we will create that for loop that will paint everything. But for now, I will go ahead and exit, and I'll come back with more of these coding streams. Even though no one watched, I still had fun, so I'll do it for me. And maybe people will catch on and be like, yo, this is chill, this is nice. Yeah, hope to see some people in the future. Maybe someone in the future is watching this now. Hello, future. I hope I'm not dead. Maybe. Anyway. See ya! Actually, I'm gonna let the rest of the song